We start Charlotte in court, not on court, but in court, because details of the Knicks lawsuit against the Toronto Raptors have emerged. Now, if you remember back in the summertime, the Knicks accused the Toronto Raptors and a former video coordinator of theirs who is now on the Raptors staff of stealing intellectual property, by stealing scouting reports and a bunch of other stuff. We talked about it, Charlotte. Remember, we were surprised. Why didn't you go through the league? Why would you actually go to court to sue? Mm-hmm. And we got a little bit more detail. Why, Charlotte? Do you know why the Knicks decided to sue as opposed to going through the regular NBA channels?
Yes, Amin. The Knicks were apparently worried about bias from the league in favor of the Toronto Raptors because Raptors owner Larry Tenenbaum is the chairman of the NBA Board of Governors and therefore Adam Silver's boss. And not only that, hold on to your hats, Adam Silver has said that Larry is a role model for him. So the Knicks were like, okay, why are we going to go through the league when, clearly these guys are pals also, though?
I love that the bias comes from like, oh, Adam likes Larry Tenenbaum and everyone likes the Raptors and not, we're the most detestable organization in the entire league.
Yeah, they could have just said, they could have just said it. They could have been like, well, everybody hates us and our owner, but instead we're going to say they really like that guy. So that's sort of where we are at this point. And now we know why they're going to court, although the Raptors don't seem to think there's a lot there.
Yeah, the Raptors are pointing to a specific thing in the NBA Constitution that says if there's a problem between two of the franchises, the commissioner shall be the sole arbiter of all of these things. The Knicks counter is that nothing in the Constitution addresses intellectual property, IP. And so this is an unprecedented occurrence, number one. And number two is the commissioner is limited to how much he can fine a franchise for damages. $10 million is the maximum. And the Knicks are alleging that more than $10 million of damage has occurred. Bullshit. So everyone's like, okay, so this is a little bit more details about this lawsuit. So what's the big deal? The big deal is that Jim Dolan has stepped down from all of his positions on the different mini boards that they have on the Board of Governors, like the Advisory Finance Committee and the Media Committee, to which I might editorialize and say, don't let the door hit you. Where the good Lord split you, good sir. Get the hell on. But so yes, he's doing the pouty, well, nobody likes me and nobody cares about my opinion, so I'm just going to go home. As if, I don't know, he wants the other governors to, please don't leave, James. Come on. We'll do some of your stupid ideas.
He did say, too, given all that's going on, and didn't elaborate, that could be the lawsuit. I'm hoping it's some other stuff that we don't know about yet.
There's all this going on. He's got other properties that he's got to run, is the other thing he said. And he's right. He's got to run that Sphere out in Vegas that is hemorrhaging money.
Yeah,
yes, you're absolutely right.
It's also what he's saying when he said, I have to do everything else that my services will be welcome. I mean, it's the same thing he said to me when I asked him in 2017 why he wasn't at the draft. He said, I think playing a concert the night of the draft shows you how much I care about this team. And he said that to the New York Times this year. Like, he just keeps saying it and it keeps not mattering.
So by the way, if you're a Knicks fan and you're like, oh, they're always hating on the Knicks for clicks, like, buddy, this is your owner who's doing this, not me. Like, the Warriors are incredibly popular. They sell a lot of money. They sell a lot of tickets. They sell a lot of merch. They draw a lot of attention. We don't do Warrior stories like that. We don't do Lakers stories like that. Why? Because they're not in the clown show. They're not in the circus. So put on that red nose, put on that makeup, get ready for your day.